I wanted to talk about this because we did something funny with this one. You know, like I want to say, like, you know, when you have an album, you've got to have artistic integrity. There's no point it's not just a compilation of tracks. You can't just put them in any order. It's not just a single where you're trying to highlight one or two, you know, but
Yeah, absolutely.
you want it to have as a body of work that you listen to as an album, right?
Yeah.
And this is something we talked about a lot leading up to it, because when you're writing dance music, you know, your only market left to actually sell tunes is to DJs. You know? And DJs on Beatport are notoriously, and other sites, every site, are notoriously like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
They just click through the tunes. If you haven't caught a DJ by the third tune on a release, they're probably not going to listen to the rest of the thing, you know, unless they see like a change in genre on the list or something. Maybe they might click down, but you've lost them. So with this one, we decided, you know, you've got the album the way you want it heard, which is the listening perspective that you get on the streaming stores.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the DJ perspective, which is the order we want DJs to hear it so that they actually buy your records and play them. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you know, it's I can't recall many other people doing this. So it's world first. Maybe we won't claim it. But
Maybe.
yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I won't even claim the idea. This was an idea that came through a conversation I had with really good friends of mine, Rosie and Gabe. Shout outs to Rosie and Gabe.
Shout outs. Cheers.
Awesome producers, DJs here in Brizzy. I invited them over pretty much as soon as I'd received the masters back from the album. They lived just down the road, and I said, "Oh, guys, come over, check it out, and we'll have a listen through." And so we listened to the album sort of start to finish when it still wasn't, the track order wasn't finalized, and I showed them in the rough order that I had in mind so that we could appeal to the target audience for sales, which is really DJs. And Rosie specifically, I think, had this comment of, we've spent all this time writing this album and thinking about this stuff so that it all works together. Why would you break that up just to sell more records on Beatport?
Yeah.
And it sort of comes into this dual purpose for an album. You want to be, as Jesse just said, you want to have artistic integrity, and you don't want to sell out. But at the same time, this industry is super tough, and you've got to try and maximize these opportunities. And the amount of time I've spent putting this together is not worth wasting either in that respect. So being able to have this dual purpose with the album of meeting the requirements of the two kinds of people I want to be listening to the album on, the two platforms that they do listen and consume the album on, was a really great idea. And Rosie and Gabe suggested to split the track order, so have a different track list for the DJ stores and for the streaming stores like Spotify, which I'd never considered. And
Genius. Just got to say, genius. Rosie and Gabe, smart.
Oh, it was an absolutely fantastic idea. I think it broke our music distributors' systems a bit.
Shout out to
Proton for actually having to put up with my
it was a long, protracted email chain with about 3 or 4 people in the company. Yeah. This is where I actually do have to say a little bit of a shout out to Proton, because honestly, without these guys doing stuff like this, A, wouldn't be super easy. B, like, you literally can get a message from the boss of the company when something happens like this.
Yeah.
And they will help you out. And like, honestly, as a small, boutique label, because that's, really what we are. We've been going a long time, but it's a family affair. And to have such great technology and such great people behind the distribution is literally the only way, we keep open going.
Yeah.
They are just next level. So, like, shout outs to Proton. If you're if you're a serious label and you want quality distribution and you're stuck, just give them a call. They're absolutely fantastic. We can't thank them enough. And and sorry we did kind of put you through the ringer on this, but it all worked in the end. We have one minor glitch we have to fix on Spotify, but actually that's quite a small thing. All things considered, when you do it, there's a lot of things can go wrong with distribution, and
absolutely, no, really appreciate their help and just the openness to meet the needs of an artist like myself, I'm not the biggest artist in the world. They distribute music for
Over 1,000 labels, actually.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a significant amount, and they're big labels.
Yeah, and it was really, really amazing to have that that sort of technical support for an artist like me. It shows that they really mean business, and they
And they also back
the right
music
guys.
that they think's good. You know, if they hear your tunes, and I know they're a fan of your tunes, they're a fan of our tune. You know, like Jason put it, our tune in one of his playlists and stuff, and they featured it heavily across their things. They back good music, and that's so important because really, like, at this stage of the game, the only reason you do a label like Open or write the kind of tunes we do from a city in Australia, with full-time jobs,
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you have a great creative, team behind you,
Yeah.
and Proton is very much like the engine room, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, amazing.
And, look, they've gone and pitched us up to Beatport, and we're sitting on the front page of Melodic Techno tonight too, which
Yeah.
is huge.
Shout outs to Beatport.
Yeah.